Okay. Who's this? Who's up now? Okay. Oh, here we go. This is you, Cancer. This is Tarot Lumination with your singles mini love and relationship report for the December-January transition holiday period. Okay. So, Cancer, as you're probably aware, there's some huge shifts coming up in your fundamental primary one-on-one relationships starting straight out of the gate 2018. It's going especially it's a big 3-year cycle because Saturn is moving into Capricorn and it's going to transit the whole of your 7th house over a 3-year period. So things are going to be changing for you deep, deep down, Cancer, in the structure of your relationships, the stability, the strength, the, let's say, the responsibilities that go with it, the learning that goes with it, and the work that goes into it. Okay, so we'll see. There's so many other things going on too, but that's very important for Cancerians. Cards were well shuffled in advance, as you know, and no reversals. Okay, just keeping it very simple. Do the routine, watch for your sun, moon, and rising, and do the cross-watching thing in case you've got your eyes vaguely on somebody, but they're not there yet. Also, feel free to stop, start, pause, rewind, whatever you got to do to try and integrate these core questions into the reading itself and make it your own reading, okay? So all the best. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this works. All right, so really break it up. All right, good. So this would be the energy that you're radiating. This would be the energy of whoever. It's like by the laws of attraction. Okay. Or you might just think of this as fate or going shopping for a person, however it works and feels for you. Over here, this is more what if so-and-so shows up, or they find you or you find them. What would the relationship be like at the core? And what are the prospects of this relationship? So also we're going to look at the weather, circumstantial energy to give you, let's say, conditions in which you're going to have to work just for this little time period. So you're going to make the best of the weather, so it's not going to own you. You're going to own that. Okay, so Cancerians, it might be that you're kind of at an epic chapter and you know it because first of all, there's the end of this big, long Saturn cycle that we've just come through for the last few years, and we're starting a brand new one. So simultaneously, a huge chunk of the last few years of your life is coming to an end. And it's coming to a very high pressure conclusion, especially near the Sagittarius new moon. And then moving over into the Capricorn new moon next year, January. Huge, huge changes. One aspect of your life is changing and a whole new chapter of life is unfolding. Things are just ending. Life as you knew it, life as it's going to be, here you go. It's, like watching a movie, what do they call it? A trilogy or something. And you just finished the first one and now you're going to go into the next one. You don't know what it is, but it's still you living your movie, but you're going into the new one. Okay, so it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of encouraging, and please understand, don't be scared of this. Everything is exactly as it should be because it can't be any other way. All the energies of the universe are always, always working for your benefit, Cancer, whether you know it, like it, feel it, or not. It's just a question of you, whether you can handle the energies or not. Now, for some reason, it looked like the little screen stalled. I'm going to give it a second. Yes, it opened up again. Woo! Almost lost it there. That freaked me out. Sorry about that, folks. Maybe it won't show up like that on the recording, but it freaked me out here. All right, let's have a look. What's going on, Cancer? Okay, well, maybe you've got your sights set on new horizons, and maybe you're already starting to see signs that seeds that you've planted dreams, desires, ambitions, and goals that were fertilized maybe recently or maybe many years ago are starting to come into fruition. And it's looking good. It's rosy and it's encouraging. It's still very early days, okay? And so there's no point in like trying to get too carried away here, but just knowing that, let's just call it the fates are actively working out and you can feel it as evidence in your life. In other words, like, wow, I did this. I've made this. I've started this and it's actually starting to happen. This is so cool. So that's quite radiant type of energy. And that can spread out around you like an aura of someone who's, you know, basically minding their own business, being who they are, and being very, let's say, observant of their world and like just doing the right thing for themselves, which may attract. Oh my God. Ah! Ooh. Okay, Cancer. Please, let's not get too carried away here, folks. I'm sort of all giddy at the moment for you guys because it's almost like this is what you deserve. It might be that you've been through months, weeks, years, decades of grueling uh, challenges, certainly since 2008, 2009. All you Cancerians have been under the Pluto transit, and we're still only just over the halfway mark. There's years to go. And you must be doing a pretty good job in some way or another to get to this point here, starting in 2018, where you attract the potential of this. This is beautiful. This is awesome. This is just like almost like a pure love card where, yes, it is naive, it is innocent, but it's very, very pure. And it's the simple acknowledgement of one soul to another soul that I deeply appreciate you. I deeply appreciate you. I value you. I value you. I love you. I love you. And it happens to be, let's say, the beauty of this type of love is that it has so much potential for healing. I don't know if you can see this symbol here. A lot of people see this as a symbol of healing here. And love in its purest form, for me, it's about love is as love does. Love is love in action. And where the purpose and intention behind it is like love being the conscious, willing, deliberate decisions to extend yourself above and beyond yourself and your comfort zones, no matter how challenging, in order to, let's say, cross a threshold where you can now stimulate, foster the spiritual healing evolution of yourself and a dear loved one. And in so doing, if you do it with maximum purity and intent, then you can attract the same thing from another soul, and that's very, very, very valuable. That's like the two people who can hold hands together in public, and everyone's jealous of them, but they can't figure out why. It's just the aura of love is very beautiful here. So Cancer, you may be getting what you deserve, and the other is showing up as the embodiment of pure love in its purest, simplest form, like the ideal mate. I hate to use superlatives, but it's like the perfect mate for you, okay, Cancer? It's just potential, okay? Remember, this is just what if. We don't even know what the status is. Let's have a look. Okay, well, it could trigger a lot of passionate expression, probably from both sides. Like, let's say something like this does occur for you, Cancer. It could be very mutually fulfilling for both sides, where it supercharges the both of you in the context of a very simple, very pure relationship that is literally founded on just this. I mean, this is such a powerful ingredient that it's almost like you don't need anything else. And once you know you have that, it can be really, 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 really inspiring. It's almost like you only need one tiny little dose of this, and it works magic wonders. It's almost like like a magic pill, and it can trigger like the best expressions of yourself, the best expressions of the other, in a way that's literally just magnificent. Okay, it's just almost like fireworks. So, what are the prospects? Let's have a look. This is almost, I don't want to spoil it. Oh, don't be scared. It's okay. I always see this like if these are very close like this, then this relationship itself could be just like what I was describing earlier in a potential here, where there's a lot of tremendous potential here for healing, not only for you, dear Cancer, but also for them, because this is another human being too. And even though they are the embodiment of love in the simplest, purest sense, in other words, a love that would be a very good match for you, they're still a human being, and they're going to have all their flaws and pains and sufferings and weakness, just like you. We all have our shadow side and our weaknesses and our scars and our wounds. And so what might happen is if somebody like this shows up, or you attract this kind of relationship in this person, it could be like a bonfire that lights up and exposes in a very brilliant way, like a very bright light on all the things that have scared you, all the things that have, all the, let's just say, I don't want to, let's just say it, things like all the traumas that you've endured, maybe since infancy and childhood, up over and over and over and over again, this one. And they're at the point where they swirl around in your brain and they consume you to the point where they own you. And it turns into these just, nightmare situations, migraines and headaches where, like, oh my gosh, I want the healing. But the whole point is that, again, it's a tarot illumination theme. You got to reveal it to heal it. And so this relationship dynamic could be very fortuitous for you, Cancer, and for a significant other, in a way that it triggers this wonderful, passionate desire between yourself and a significant other to do that loving thing, which is all about, it's not about just having drunken orgies and having, or maybe just the perfect spouse and all that. It's about deep love, soul healing, which usually involves digging deep into the heart energy and pulling out the weeds, the slivers, the trauma, the shrapnel from a life of pain. Okay? So please see that as a gift. All right? So all the best, Cancer. Have a super, super holiday season. Blessings to you. Make the best of it. Did I say that already? Watch your sun, moon, and rising. Stop, start, pause, replay as you want to, need to, so that you can integrate these questions into the reading. And I'll leave you with this over here. Okay? Thank you. Bye.